Good afternoon, everyone out there. This is your friend again, Amechi from Nigeria, and I'm here discussing about TBC. So, just as always, we always have reason to say something that will help us to reason properly and getting us in the right frame of mind, especially in this gigantic project that we are building, known as TBC. Once again, you're welcome. I hope the day is moving on well for every one of us. It's really good reason to be grateful to God. So once again, you're welcome. This afternoon, I will be discussing on this topic that says unity of purpose. When we are united in what we are discussing or what we are aiming at, reaching our destination becomes easier more than ever. And you also see unity of purpose when you go to construction sites, which is where I'll be deliberating on this afternoon. Unity of purpose, what you see when you get to a construction site. Though there are other areas where you have unity of purpose because the attention usually gets focused on a particular thing to see it achieved. So, talking about a construction site, I've been to areas where just a bungalow is being constructed and where story buildings were constructed. Story buildings such as 2, 3, 4, 5, or even more. Okay? But one thing I discovered is that the level of the foundation differs. The foundation of just the bungalow is different from foundation of upstairs that encompasses offices and things like that, or even bigger buildings like that. And that is exactly what we see happening in TBC. So when you get to that very construction site, you will see laborers, carrying cement, trying to, you see a whole lot of noise. They were shouting, hey, do this, hey, with the concrete mixer, so much will be happening there at the same time. But that is just the part of the work, that is just the part of the building. And eventually, if everything goes well, you see a mighty building coming up or eventually standing there as a result of all that has taken place. So let's not get confused with what is happening in this very community presently, because this is a very big opportunity, it's a very big project being built, and that is why you see things happening as if some certain things are not being done right and things like that. No, it's all just part of it. This is just part of and what it entails having things done. So we see people with their different abilities in TBC. You see those who can talk, you see those who can walk, you see those who are bent on criticizing, you see those who have the knowledge and who know it all. Just like what we usually see while watching football match, guess who plays the most? Is the fans. Those people on the spectators. They're the one who knows how to do it best. They know it and understand it much more than those players who spend time and strength and everything just to get trained. And while they're in the field, you discover that those who know how to play the ball better are the spectators and not really the players. But we know who the real players are. Those in the field, they are the real players. Those in the spectators area, they are just bent out there to criticize and say all things they want to say. Hey, you could have done it the other way. No, you could have no, it's supposed not to be a shot now. Well, just a little patch and you see it get to go. As if it's not that easy. It's not really easy, my dear friends, because when you are the one responsible, when it gets to your turn, you discover that it's not that easy. Okay? So the level of criticizing, level of shouting, level of different things being heaped on admin, and especially those who are being seen, those who are talking about it, those who are trying to calm situation down, they are the ones who are carrying the whole blames. Hey, can't you tell the admin to do this? Can't you do this? But it's not that way. Okay? The best we can do is just to appreciate and value each other. Let's not get distracted thinking that we are doing TBC whereas we are doing the service to it. When we get busy criticizing others, trying to see, hey, what did that person do? It doesn't help in any way. What matters and what helps that is to get TBC going, getting people registered in the community and helping them to see what is required of them. Okay? A big opportunity such as TBC has no time for us to start talking unnecessary, because talking does not fill a basket in the farm. It's only when we work. While some people are busy talking, others are equally busy registering people in hundreds, in thousands. Yes, look at what is just happening in the community. Find out that those who are busy condemning what is happening there are actually not doing anything. Those who are asking how, when do we reach it, when do we, they are not doing anything. They are just sitting back and folding their hand and say, nothing is happening. That is only when you are not doing anything. But those who are doing something know actually know that something, so many things is happening, whichever way. They know that it is happening, and the figures are climbing. And that is the positive aspect of having or being part of something instead of just remaining idle and be complaining. Let's stop complaining. Let's stop attacking each other. Let's stop criticizing, because all those things takes us nowhere. The best critics ever we can give, the best attack we can give, is to go there in the field and try to bring more members into the TBC community. Do that and get the feel of being part of those who are working hand in hand to make things happen. Look at what Derek is doing, and sometimes people get confused. Sometimes people get jealousy. So it seems that only Mr. Derek that is being featured in the blog, or that Mr. Derek is the only one that is doing the right thing. No, others are equally doing their best. But one thing we need to appreciate here is this. Okay, I made mention of building, unity of purpose. While you are building, while construction is taking place, you find out that there are some blocks that will be buried inside the ground that will not be seen. Okay, so most of us are like those buried blocks in TBC community. We are there holding firm the structure. Some are seen, and that is the way it goes. So let us appreciate the various roles that we are playing. Those who once believed in TBC but are no longer in support of fully, kind of having some different opinions, those ones, they have actually played their role. They worked. Okay? Most of these people you see today carrying TBC up are those who were brought in by most of those leaders who actually are not doing the needful again today. But the ones they trained have taken up the charge, and that is just life. Okay? For instance, most of the things we are doing today, our parents will no longer be able to do it, and some of our parents are even no longer alive. So TBC is not just a small project that you can just do today, tomorrow. No, it's been for a while now. Yeah, over 3 years. I'm getting to 40 years now, the 4th year now, and you see the project getting up smoothly and gradually, even though there are some challenges, but that is just the characteristics of a big project. You are bound to encounter different challenges, you are bound to encounter different, all form of hitch-ups and all whatnot. So when you look at TBC today, don't look at it as just one of those fly overnight businesses that people are being projected here and there. So as a result, those who are tired, so to say, are beginning to jump ship, thinking that by doing that, they will protect what they have built. It is not the best way. If you know that you can no longer give TBC the initial push that you started with, nothing stops you from taking it slow. Okay? Don't go about using your mouth to tear down the same thing that you have built over the years. It doesn't work that way. You are only tearing yourself down before all those whom you brought into the community. So it's always good when you want to join anything, try to make your research. Try to see if you can actually make something out of it. Try to see if it goes with your credibility as a person. Can I really defend this that I'm telling you? Can I really be able to understand, even if there are some hitch-ups along the way. Can I withstand it? So those are the things that you need to consider, not just because of our immediate gratification syndrome that most people are carrying about, thinking that they know what they're doing. One guy was telling me the other day that it is in TBC that you are going to see that people are really very funny. And even the so-called pastors, sorry to say, according to him, he said that TBC has actually helped him to see how people reason, especially when they expected things and that thing didn't come the way they wanted. Yes, most of the things you are expected to see in TBC may be a very big surprise. You may claim that you understand how it's going to work out, but this is a new project, for goodness sake. It's something very new. It's something that has never been tried before. And when you see admin doing one adjustment after the other, admin has in no way shifted from the original plan, but it's just working to make sure that this thing actually works. Okay, it's just working to make sure that everyone is carried along, but many people are busy getting it all wrong. But one thing I've also discovered is that joining the majority looks to be something very much welcomed. Joining the majority looks, that is following after the crowd, is always so tempting, but it's never the best. Minority has always been the one that carries the vote. In a way, it's something in a very big project. Don't look after saying majority carry the vote. Majority may be in the wrong. So seek out those minority and look the reason why they are being disregarded. Check out the reason why they were hated. Because today in the world, if you stand up to say the truth, exactly how the things, how everything is, or how things actually is, you are bound to be hated. And that is when you try to help people to understand that TBC is gradually coming up to become what it really is. Many people may not understand you. They may actually be abusing you, that you are working to distract or to confuse others. But that is never the case. When you step up today to say the fact, how things were, you are bound to be hated. But if we are to remain truthful, I think it is the best. Yoruba says, suru lere. That means when you are a kind of having confidence in what you are doing, okay, it gives you the reason to be patient. And when you are patient enough, you are going to see the gain that will come from that profit or that patience that you have exercised. It's always good to be patient. So friends, Amechi will not close mouth, especially when he knows and sees that he's saying the fact. If we are getting some things confused, it happens that way. If you are getting some misunderstanding, it happens that way. If you are getting some negative responses from people, it happens that way. All because we are busy doing something that will last. We are busy doing something that has never been tried before. We are busy trying to help others to see that it works. And when you are doing that, expect to see challenges, expect to hear name callings, expect to hear different things, expect to see different abuses, expect to just see it in different colors. But when you are doing something right, just know that not everyone will be seeing it that way. And that is the more reason why I will encourage you, instead of speaking bad or projecting TBC as a scam, stop doing that. Take your time to fully understand it. If you don't know it, try to understand it. If you don't understand it, there are other things you can do. TBC is not the only opportunity you can do and make money, so to say. Though those people who know TBC inside out, whether or not they are making money is not their concern, because they know that they are working on something huge and something very big, and they have the very confidence that something great is going to come out of from TBC. So folks, I always appreciate it when we do things and get them done right. This is TBC, and TBC is not changing to any other thing. TBC is not going to change from its original plan just because people are shouting. TBC is a big project. So Rest assured that TBC is not going to bend down low just because people are shouting. No. Let's learn to work TBC the way TBC is. Let's learn to contribute our quota, and let's learn to support each other. Let's learn to follow things through by reading the blog and not waiting for second-hand information, because most of us crying in the community are those who are waiting for second-hand information. Why do I say that? Read the blog. Oh, I can't read, it's too lengthy. Listen to the audio. I don't have data. Okay, do this. I don't have time. And what do you expect to hear? You don't have data, you don't have time. But what of those who spend their time, who spend their data to make things to stand out? You spend your money to do all these things, and people are looking at you as if you don't know what you're doing. It shouldn't be so, friends. Let us appreciate the effort that each and every one of us is putting in TBC, and appreciate whether much or the little we are contributing. For that is what makes a big project. Okay? Yes. Anyhow we want to do it, let us just remain positive. In our own little way, let us learn to do broadcast. Let us learn to, at least, even if it's just 5 minutes, 10 minutes or thereabout, we just talk about it and it goes. We are supporting exactly that. What we are doing, we know it inside us. It's not as if we are trying to project what we don't know to people, but we are trying to help them understand. It is when people understand what they are doing, even if they don't understand, but when they hear much we're talking about it, it will make them to want to really find out, hey, this thing that is being talked about, what is it? And even if you can't give the whole expression or give the whole details about it, be rest assured that someone who is more knowledgeable than you will be of help. And that is the way it goes. That's the reason why talking about TBC helps one to learn, because TBC in itself is school of its own. It's school. So let's learn to do the needful in TBC. Let's learn to support one another in TBC. Let's learn to grow the community. We talk, and let's stop talking about admin fee or not. The other day, Mr. Abundance was throwing a challenge. We are complaining that $25 a month is too. Yes, $25 a month is too much, but out of the, let me say, the 3 million that we are now, 3.4 getting to 3.5, can we wholeheartedly say that we are ready to pay even that $10 per annum? Just because many people are not paying this, and admin is bent on having TBC become what it's supposed to be, become what it's planned to be. It's now looking as if admin is forcing people to pay. Admin is not forcing anybody to pay, but admin is trying to help people understand the level of the project we are having on hand. And that is why paying our $25 monthly admin fee is now a must, because it's a kind of change in direction that will get us closer, that will get us close faster to where we are heading to. So let's try to read and understand and listen to videos. Okay? Those of us spending our time and money doing videos, we are not fools. We are building a community. If you see what different people are doing just to make TBC stand, you discover that complaining and being a critic doesn't serve any useful purpose. Rather, it weighs you down. It lowers your morale. So stop projecting yourself as an anti-TBC. Give your support. Okay? Talk to people about TBC and see the community grow. And very soon, when we get to our economy stage, you find out that all that you have spent time building actually worth it. So folks, always remain positive, because positivity makes it work. And when we are flexible enough, we find out that there can always be changes in direction, but the original purpose is never to be changed, because TBC has come to stay, and TBC is already showing to the world that something great is happening. So thank you so much, and let's remain committed. Okay? Unity of purpose is surely getting us to our destination. Amechi is my name, and I'm always glad when people understand what they're doing. Even if they don't know, they are free to ask questions. I'm using this opportunity to greet you all. Madam Flores Victorious, you are a wonderful woman. Mr. Derek, Dan Luz, and the rest of you out there, and one of my friends that I cannot mention by name now. You all know. Thank you so much, and especially to TBC admin, thank you so much. So I appreciate you guys who have been watching my video, subscribing and sharing. Please do more and let us do our best to give this flag of TBC flying to the highest degree. Thank you once again. I love you all. This is Amici. Bye for now.